We'd like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity podcast for Coffee Connection. And we have a very high profile special guest here today from the Thursday podcast. And so to have, that leaders of different podcasts come together, you have two of them come together. It's just going to be, it's not twice as good. It's like 20 times as good. So good to have you with us today, Nora. Anita, what do you have for us today?
I have a question. How can I bring more value to my clients and business owners?
Okay, so you're certified as an EVA executive virtual assistant and an LP, a legacy partner. And so the legacy partners are certified to be architects or engineers and build boss systems. So engineer, architect and engineer boss system. So a business operating system is the engine that runs the business. We earn the money we earn, work the hours we work, have the stress and life balance we do or don't have because of that engine. And so any business owner, like Anita, business owners by and large, most of them, they don't own a company, they own a job. So an architect will design a house, but not build a house. A builder will build a house, but not design a house. You and your businesses, both of those businesses, you with the LP legacy partner, with that certification training and everything, you know how to architect and engineer a business operating system. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The EVAs, they're like the builders. So they're like the carpenters, they're like the plumbers. They're the ones that go ahead and, they're the ones that go ahead and actually do the work. I mean, architects do the work too, but it's a different type of work. When this here, going through this website here, you can see systems and how do I clone myself. And so others have found it to be really helpful. I don't know that we'll do it on today's podcast, but others have found it helpful when I go through and we watch this short video. It's 6 minutes. And I stop it and I say, do you understand the significance of it? Because people see it and they say, oh, that's nice, but they don't internalize it. They don't understand the significance of it. And then here's engineered clarity, and then here's action vision for teams. And then understanding here and being able to go through and understanding here and all the different pieces of that. So what you're able to do is you can either architect or you can actually do the building. Now, I would say that probably 80% of your focus is on EVA, executive virtual assistants. So coming in and actually doing the work. So you can help a business in because of your training, certification, the tools and the systems, you can help any business that's out there in marketing how to generate more and better leads. You can go ahead and help any business out there in, pre-sales. Once you get the lead, what do you do it? Not just like in coaching them, but actually doing the work for them. You can go ahead and help them in doing the work in the sales or the servicing or the client for life. An LP, a legacy partner, architects and engineers the system, which is equally important. You got to have a right architectural and engineering. Sometimes once it's, in the coaching, once somebody has an action vision plan in the coaching, sometimes they or their employees can do all the work. Most of the time, I would say they're going to need help through an EVA, where an EVA comes in, the action vision coach comes in, architects and engineers the entire plan. They do some of it, but the things that they're not able to do because they don't have the expertise, the training, the bandwidth, the time to do it, the tools to do it, they can bring you in and have you actually do the work, you and your teams. Does that answer your question, Anita, or not so much?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Excellent. Kenny, good to have you on today, sir. What would you like to accomplish?
On that, when as a biz coming from the other side of somebody who has EVAs and trying to determine is what work is best dished to the EVAs. I have a hard time keeping them busy. Or
Um,
maybe not keeping them busy, but finding things that I can dish to. I don't know if it's just me having an issue with delegating to other people or if I don't know what to delegate.
so I'm thinking here because so in cloning yourself, there's the four levels of learning. So you've been through that, unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and unconscious competence, right?
Hmm.
And so, you know, in the building, in this construction business, like there's things like they're not going to go out and do bids. So I guess, like for me and my businesses, I look and I say, if anybody can do something I'm doing, I want them doing it. So delegate, systematize, contract out, hire someone, or partner with someone. And so you might, if you're having a hard time, you might invite me into one of the coaching sessions you have where your Action Vision coaches and your EVAs are, because it would seem like there's a lot of things. I would go ahead and ask your EVAs probably at what percentage are they running bandwidth wise based on the level that you're contracting with them to do? Are they at 10% or 100% or 80 or 90, 70 or 60? What percentage are they at? Do they have more capacity to take on? Because I know right now you guys are in a heavy recruiting spree, and that is really, really time intensive, like big time. And so you're using your EVAs to do the interviewing and screening of people. And so that is a big, 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 big time sucker there and expertise. But again, if you know what their bandwidth is, like what bandwidth are they running at, that will help you. And so if they have excess bandwidth, but I would say to get me into a session to hear kind of what you and Luke are, and then talk to your Action Vision coaches and your EVAs and say, hey, what's going to be the highest, most dollar productive things, both in the short term and the long term? And then I would have a list, like you see some of this stuff in the programming, here's the top priority, here's the second, here's the third. Typically, your number one priority is making you money and giving you time back. So what's going to make you money and give you time back? Now, often what produces in the short term is not going to produce in the long term, or what produces not in the short term will in the long term. So typically there's the short term and long term. And if we don't get through the short term, there is no long term.
Hmm.
And so, um, I don't know if that answers your question or not.
Yeah, I think so. So it'd be maybe determining or finding out where I spend most of my time. Maybe not most of my time, but yeah, what other people can do that I'm doing.
Well, and that's your EVAs. That's one thing. That's one thing you're looking at. Another thing you're looking at is just what are you doing? So, I mean, if you have a list of everything that you do, like these are all the things that you're doing, and you start out with the 3 to 7 major categories. This is what I'm doing. And then you break it down into level 2. So for every one of, let's say you have 5 categories of what you invest your time into. Underneath each category, you'll probably have 3 to 7 subcategories. The more granular or detailed you get, the better you're going to be able to delegate, because in one area, you might have 5 things and it might be, one you might delegate, one you might systematize, one you might contract out, one you might go ahead and partner with someone, so then you look at every one of the things, and then which of those 5 time management freedom fighters can you do? What's going to be most likely to be able to do? And that's a matter of skill and capacity and bandwidth, a combination of all of those things. Make sense?
Makes sense.
And that's where, like, in developing other people, in developing other people, that's maybe one of the hardest things to do in business. I mean, I've been doing it over 40 years, and other people have said I'm one of the best people they've ever seen. I personally feel that I'm terrible at it. I mean, just absolutely terrible at it. And so I mean, so there's things that I've learned over the years that could help you. And so if you can get everybody that, everybody in the room that you can go ahead and delegate, it's almost like, a moving truck. You get everything out on the front lawn. And once you see all the pieces, I don't know, what to put in and how to put it in and what order to put it in and how to fit it all in. It's kind of like that in business too. And if you got decades of experience, I don't know, there's so much unconscious competence. It's almost like if you see somebody like me doing that, and then you say, how'd you do that? How'd you see that? How'd you connect those dots? Like, how'd you fit that all in to that? How did you move that? So one of the things I think is if you, I think, like, the word that comes to mind is care, but is it really caring, or is it just being smart? Like, why is somebody going to take over, like, doing things I'm doing? Like, what's in it for them? Like, how does it benefit them? What are their goals, their strengths, their weaknesses? What do they like doing? What don't they like doing? All of those type of things. How do I move all of that together, blend that together into something magical where everybody's gaining benefit that's involved? Everybody's like, and so, Anita, I was asking her earlier today, 1 to 10, how much she liked what she did. And she said a 7. I asked her that a few days ago. And I said, what do you like most and why do you like doing it? So often we're going to get a dopamine hit on doing things that we enjoy doing. Like, we're just going to have a great day. We're going to love the day. It's going to be a fun day. But where we're going to grow the most and gain the most confidence is by doing things we're not good at and not quit, just keep going after it. So there's that balance between growth and feeling good. And so, like, and I told Anita, like, anybody I work with, partner with, anything, I don't mind them doing things they don't like doing. That's where we grow. There's stuff I don't like, even after 30 plus years. There's stuff I don't like doing and I still do it. And it's okay. Like, that's part of life and it's okay. Learn to enjoy doing it. But I don't want them doing that on a daily basis. It wears them down. So one of 2 things have got to happen. Either we've got to find things that they really like. I want Anita to be at a 10. I want her to be excited, not every day, but more days than not. So people need to either find what they're doing and enjoy it. And they might enjoy that they don't enjoy it because it's growing. Like, I'm growing. I don't like it, but I'm growing. I'm learning new things. So to look at this situation in a different way, do the same thing, but enjoy doing it, and do things that you just enjoy doing. A lot of times we don't enjoy doing something because of feelings. We don't feel good about doing something because we're not good at it, and we give up on it before we get good at it. We don't even know. It's like a child who has never tasted something and says, Mommy, I don't want to eat that. And good mom, you're going to try it. Minimum, you're going to try it. Because, and then all of a sudden they eat it and they're like, wow, I really like this, Mom. Well, the same thing is true not only with kids, young kids, but it's true with us too. And we often quit things that we could absolutely love doing because it's not quick and easy. Nora, what would you like to accomplish today?
So I have this client that she invited me to a mastermind networking group tomorrow night. So trying to think of like, I guess, do you have any advice on how to bring benefit to her all while also promoting like what I do and how to like blend all of that in together?
I do. Yeah. Here's something really good. So what you do is you ask her, because if you're a guest, you wanna make her look good
Right.
because you're a guest. So you just go ahead and ask her a question that makes her look good.
Which is?
You just go ahead. I mean, there's a bunch of them, but the one that pops to mind is, Amy, like the first time we met each other, it was just, I was so kind of wowed by you. I mean, it's just amazing, your energy and your passion. So I'm just curious, like you've obviously got a number of companies, very successful businesswoman. Like what are the top 2 or 3 things that you would go ahead and recommend? Or 2 or 3 things that you think have helped create your success? So what you're doing is it's sincere. You want to learn from her, but you're lifting her up to her audience, to her group, and you're learning something from her at the same time and helping everybody else learn. Or you might lead with, well, I have 2 questions if I could. And so one is to Amy and then one is to the whole group. So if you lift up the leader's going to like you. They just will. And you're sincere about it. So it's like you're going to grow, you're going to help her grow, you're going to help her make her look good in front of other people. Then you want to make the whole group go, whoa, dang, man, are we glad that Nora's here? And the way you do that is you say, I don't know, I'm new to the group, appreciate being being invited. I'm just curious, like this is the first time I've ever been here. Why would you say each of you, if we can, I don't know how many people, so if you can get the type of people, but it works with anybody. Like, why are each of you here? What's the number one thing that you guys have gained from the group? Now, this lifts up Amy, and Amy probably is going to go, dang, that's a great question. Like, wow, all of a sudden you become a leader in the group just because of the question, because you're interested in the group. And what you're doing is you're mapping, profiling, grooming, whatever you want to call it. You are mapping out everybody in the group and you write it down and you find out what everybody values. And what you do is you absorb everything that they've been part of it. And now all of a sudden you're not an outsider, but you're a part of the group. And you go ahead and from the first meeting, you will be known as the gal that goes ahead and asks the interesting questions, the questions that we all grow by, we all learn by, we all benefit by. Like she has the coolest questions, and you're supporting the group and you're supporting the leader. So the leader is going to want to lift you up because when the tide rises, all the ships rise together. Does that help?
Yes. Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else have any other questions? Okay. So this is a Tuesday group. Nora leads a Thursday group. Different energy, but really cool, both sides. And so I think a lot of times people approach a mastermind group as a networking group and they want to, like, often, especially people in LinkedIn, like a lot of times people on LinkedIn, they're hungry, they're out fishing. They just want to get a lead. They just want to get the business. And so they're fishing, they're not farming. They just want to dive in. They don't feel that they have the ability to develop what they want to do is just get business. And there's nothing wrong with that. Go to a BNI group and they give you a lead, you give them a lead, and there's a place and a time for that. But Coffee Connections and Mastermind Group is we're here to help one another. So it's more relational. And so if I can help you, if your sales closing ratio is 1 out of 10, if I can go ahead and help you change it to 2 out of 10, I can help you double your income with no additional leads, no additional work. It's just working smarter, not harder. So I can help you make 10 times more money than somebody else that's actually referring business to you. So it's different conception. And so, especially in the LinkedIn, I would encourage you, participate 3-4 weeks in a row, because it takes a while to really get an understanding and to get in flow with people. So hopefully that's helpful. You have any questions, connect with the individual who invited you to participate in today's session, or you can call toll free 888-230-2300, outside the US 630-393-9909. Always remember, we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.